Welcome, everyone. Welcome to Tuesdays with Suzanne. Our topic today is called Holding the Entire World. Holding the entire world. Think about it. There are times when what's going on within our own bodies is what's front and center stage, where maybe you have pressure in your chest, or you have an ache in your neck, or you have a pain in your elbow, or your gut's got something going on, or your knees bothering you, whatever it is, it's right there physically in your body. Sometimes we are holding things that have to do with our emotional life, things that have to do with things that weigh down our hearts, things that outrage us, make us feel outraged and wanting to fight back. Sometimes we feel emotions like we've had a loss, a recent loss, and there's grief that waves through us from time to time. So sometimes we have our attention and our orientation, in a way, is right here within our world. Sometimes this world expands to the people that we love around us. And particularly if you're a caregiver by nature, you will find that your orientation to the world is not so much about what's going on inside as it is, how is it going for the people that I take care of? How is my son, my daughter, my mother, my sister, my colleague who is losing her husband, or whatever it is? Our orientation or our attention is outside of ourselves. We may not even notice the ache in our back until it gets really bad, or whatever. And then there are the times when our orientation cannot help but be on the entire world, on what's happening on this spinning, beautiful blue-green planet of ours that encompasses the whole human race. And we begin to see, oh, wait a minute, right now, I need to be paying attention and holding space for what's happening on the world stage. Right now, I happen to have some very dear friends in a country that's under attack, and it has been a circumstance that has helped me this week to realize how I shift my orientation, I shift my awareness to a wider stage. Now, for some of you, this may actually be your soul's mission, your soul's path, is to hold the wider stage all the time. You know, I live outside of Washington, D.C., so there are many people here who are watching that world stage, the military, the IT, the business world, all of that constantly. And then there are times when those of us who orient around the people we care for and around our own inner systems still get pulled out into the world stage. I also happen to have a nephew who has been deployed in that particular arena of the world. So I have both the world stage and I have a personal concern, and something that would make me, it would actually pull me out of my own inner whatever and out into holding everything. But one of the questions that comes up when we do this is, how do we do that without depleting ourselves? How do we hold a bigger frame without feeling like our own insides are just draining away? There's a really nice answer for that, and that is to drop into the wisdom of your bones, and from there to begin to embody throughout your entire system and letting who you are radiate out. So let's take some time this morning and drop deep into our bones, into the ground, into our gut, our feet and legs, and our hearts, pelvis, and then allow the awareness of who we are to begin to expand until it touches the entire world. Yeah, okay? So if you're ready, allow your feet to rest on the floor. Get comfortable, make sure your backbone is resting back on something that's going to support you. And when you're ready, allow your eyes to close. Yeah. And allow your awareness to become focused on your breath, the sensation of the inhale and exhale of who you are in this process that happens for us moment by moment throughout our lives. Breathing, breathing. So no matter how your breath is today, just be curious and be with it, noticing the sensations of it, allowing yourself to expand into it, soften around it, accept it, whatever's going on. And as you breathe, feeling the rise and fall of your chest, good, good. Yeah. And as you become aware of your chest, notice how your backbone feels, supported by whatever you're resting back against. And allow yourself to notice the sensation of your spine from your head, through your neck, all the way down your backbone, into your sacrum, that big V-shaped bone at the bottom of your spine, and then your hip bones. Feeling, noticing the sensation of your sitting bones resting on whatever is supporting you right now. Yeah. Noticing the sensation of your legs, the soles of your feet resting on the floor. Yeah. Good. Good. And allowing yourself to make a connection down into the earth, however it works best for you, putting down roots or light beams or rivers of awareness, but allowing yourself to establish a connection with this safe, unconditional resource that's with us all the time, all the time. These are two of the fundamentals that I think about the process of being alive are most important. The connection that we have all the time to the earth, through the gravitational field of the earth, and the fact that we are all breathing. We're all breathing. So noticing the sensation of breath and the sensations of being connected to this rich, unconditional resource. Yeah. Good. Good. Allow this connection to go as deep and as wide as you're comfortable doing right now, today. Yeah. And this morning, we're going to do the short energizer filling up process, the ground and fill, so that we can spend a little more time in our bones and you can experience how to be able to hold that larger stage with ease and grace. Yeah. So imagining that you can feel you have lungs in the bottoms of your feet. You've made this connection to the earth. And remember that with each one of these 5 breaths, you're going to exhale whatever you no longer need with each breath. And on the first breath, allow yourself to breathe in, soaking in from the earth beneath you, through your feet, into your legs, whatever nourishment or nurturing sensations would be there for you if you wanted them to in this moment in time. On your second breath, allowing this to continue on into your pelvis and your belly and your low back. And if you're a little ahead of me or behind me, move at your own pace. Third breath, filling the whole rest of your spine, your chest, your heart and lungs. fourth breath, down into your arms and hands and fingers, through your shoulders. And that fifth breath, allowing your throat and your neck and your whole cranium to fill completely, moving right on out the crown of your head, showering down around you. Good. Good. And having taken this time to slow down, to fill up with what would nourish you most, allow yourself to take one more breath, and with that breath, intend to fill any little corners that got missed in these 5 breaths. Good. 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 Yeah. And now, allow your awareness to drop deep into your chest, into your spine, along the back of your heart, your gut, your lungs, feeling your spine strong and true right there. And as you feel the weight of your spine, the density of your spine, our backbones, our bones in general, are the sturdiest, steadiest connective tissue in the body. And when you can embody there, when you can drop your awareness, feel that sense of solidness back there behind your heart. Notice as you allow your awareness to rest there, that things become quiet, more peaceful. I think of it for myself as entering my own inner sanctum, my own inner temple. That place in which our spirit indwells, if you will. Most of the spiritual traditions, most of the religions in the world today talk about the body being the temple of the Lord or of spirit. And so this feels very comfortable to me, because I know that when I sit here within myself, I feel calmer, steadier, quieter. Yeah. And from here, as I sit in my own inner sanctum, deep in my bones, I can allow my awareness to expand, to include all the rest of the world, without ever leaving my inner sanctum. And as I allow my awareness to expand, to include areas of the world where there is deep unrest and death and destruction, I also notice the parts of the world where people are reaching out and helping and changing and shifting the things that are not in balance. I can hold my nephew and his division. I can hold all of the people in the Ukraine with love support energy. And I can feed the balance that is happening on the planet. Even when we cannot see it, it is there. That balance and rebalance that's always going on. And so in my mind's eye and in this inner sanctum, I can bring all of this, and let it gently, gently condense down into a beautiful blue-green planet in the palms of my hands that I am holding to my heart, that I'm holding in my heart. Even as I stay with my feet on the ground, within my own bones, my heart full of care and love, my gut sensing and knowing exactly what's happening, the power of my pelvis feeding this holding and loving that I'm doing. And my mind being able to interpret whatever signals are coming in from the wisdom of who I am. And I can sit and be with this process as long as I feel called to in any given moment. You can stay with it as long as you want to. You may want to come back and play this meditation again and again throughout the day. And I want to dedicate this meditation to the peoples of the Ukraine and all the people involved with keeping democracy alive and well. And you're welcome to stay with us if you want to. I'm going to draw it to a close for this morning. And just hope that you can begin to enjoy this process more and more deeply as you go. And enjoy.